Hi, I'm Olive Von Topp, burlesque performer and empowerment coach, and I want to talk to you about how to stop procrastinating and get shit done. Stuff done? I don't know. Shit? I think I can swear here. So, for many of us, our procrastination stems from our perfectionist sort of attitudes, our perfectionism. And so, getting clear on why you're procrastinating, what the thoughts are that you're having, can be a really helpful first step. So, as you're procrastinating about something, can you notice what thoughts come up for you? Like, this is too hard, or I don't know what I'm doing, or if I can't do it perfectly, then why bother? Or like, what if I screw it up? I don't want to. Any of those things um, can often, first of all, be an indication of perfectionist thinking, but they will also just help you get clear on what's leading to the procrastination and how you can perhaps change that. So a lot of the times these thoughts are really related to our deep core negative beliefs about ourselves. So like our worth being determined by our productivity, or like if we fail, then that means something about us. We attach a lot of meaning to our worth and value. So really trying to choose thoughts that are more helpful to you to get the thing done, that can be far more motivating. Like, it's okay that I don't know it perfectly, but I'm willing to try, or like, let's try this for 5 minutes and see what happens, or I don't need to do it perfectly. Done is better than perfect. Progress is better than perfection, like any of those number of things. Also noticing what you are making failure mean. So for many of us, we procrastinate out of the fear of failure, and sort of getting comfortable with failure can be honestly, it can be life-changing. I know a lot of folks who are deemed, successful are people who have really change their relationship with failure, where they view it as feedback. They view it as like, how do I do something differently next time? What am I learning from this? And they really don't make it mean anything about themselves, which makes them more willing to take risks and do the things that help make people successful. So really getting clear on your meaning behind failure, and asking yourself, are there other thoughts that I can have? Like, failure is feedback. What, if I fail, it doesn't mean X, Y, or Z about me. Z. I'm a Canadian. I don't know why I said that. So some more sort of practical tips around helping with procrastination. So clearly getting super clear on your thoughts, becoming more comfortable with failing, having more thoughts, creating thoughts that help you more. But also simple things like setting a timer. So, even just like I had said before, doing something for 5 minutes, but I like to set a timer for 25 minutes. This seems to work well for me, particularly with things that I really procrastinate about, like writing is a really tough one for me. All those failure things come up, and like it not being good enough. So I do 25-minute chunks of work in sort of hour-long slots usually. So 5-minute little break, stretch. I can check my phone after, get up and get water. But the 25 minutes is just like, okay, I'm going to work uninterrupted. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just working, doing the thing for this time. Like, so with the writing, it's like, I'm just writing stream of consciousness stuff, and like whatever comes up is fine. I can go back and edit it. Really helps alleviate some of that, like it needs to be perfect, and it becomes more about like, let's just work as much as we can, or like do the thing as much as I can for this time, and then I know I can reward myself with something like a, a stretch or a phone check or whatever. Breaking the tasks down into smaller tasks. So I didn't know it was going to be this sunny. A lot of the times our procrastination is because of overwhelm. I certainly feel that a lot. So can you take, the broader thing? So, doing something like, I don't know, cleaning the house can feel overwhelming, but if you break down the various things that need to happen, and you can do, the vacuuming, the dusting, the dishes, whatever it is that goes into cleaning your house, it can feel more manageable, and you also get to feel more sense of accomplishment because there's more stuff that you check off of your list. On that topic, putting things in your schedule. I love a schedule. I have many videos about my love of scheduling. But that really can be, sorry, let me come forward. That can be really helpful because it allows you to stay on task. Also, like writing out a to-do list and then putting it into a schedule with allotted times that are realistic about how long it would take to get the thing done is helpful, because you might realize that you can't do all the things that you want to do. There just isn't time. And that becomes, as difficult as it is a little less overwhelming, because you're like, okay, there's, 24 hours in a day and I can only do these amount of things. I also find it motivating for like trying to stay on task. So I said I was going to give myself half an hour to do this thing. Can I do it in half an hour? And not beating yourself up if you don't, and also scheduling in a little bit of time, like an hour of nothing scheduled, so that you can have leeway about when things take longer or don't. Doing the hardest thing first can be super, super helpful. Just jump in, just do it. So often we procrastinate on the hard thing. We do all the small things like answer a million emails or like rearrange the cutlery drawer, whatever it is. So really just starting with the hard thing first, and then everything else will feel super easy after. But we often trick ourselves into feeling like we're being productive when we're really just being like, it's like productive procrastination, where we're finding stuff to do to avoid the thing that's really hard. And again, noticing your thoughts about why it's hard and what you're making it mean. I like to do this thing where I count to 3. It doesn't work for everyone, but I find it helpful sometimes for difficult tasks that I'm just like struggling to get started, so or to stop doing. So sometimes I use it to get out of bed in the morning. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up on the count of 3, and I don't allow myself to think about it. I just count to 3 and I do it. Sometimes with social media I can do that, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna close it in 1, 2, 3. Just so that you're, again, it's kind of like a game, and you're also not making it, you're not allowing yourself to make excuses or think about it too much. And then the final thing I would suggest, I have many, but I'm trying to make these videos shorter, is to just accept imperfection. Perfection is a made-up thing. It's not possible. You can't be perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect. So the sooner that you can recognize that, the easier time you're going to have. And asking yourself more helpful questions like, can I be happy with this? Given my current time and capacity, am I capable, like, what am I capable of achieving? Or like, is this good enough? Will this do? Because, progress is better than perfect. So there you have it. There's my tips for helping with procrastination. You can catch more of my tips in my videos down below, so you can subscribe to those. You can check out my website, olivevontopp.com. I blog every 2 weeks, so there's often tips coming up there and on all the social medias. Most active on Instagram and TikTok, kind of. And I'm at Olive Von Topp there. So quit procrastinating and go get shit done. Okay, love you.